Now, coming to question number 5A, the following are the balances as at 31st March 2021 extracted from the books of Mr. Vijay. So we have a few ledger balances given to us. And then additional information, there are a few points. And then they finally go to say, prepare a trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2021 and a balance sheet as on that date. So this question is dealing with final accounts of a sole proprietor, Mr. Vijay. So what do we do when we get a question on final accounts of a sole proprietorship? All your trial balance items or like this, all your ledger accounts will be classified. What is the classification that we give? Direct income, direct expense, trading account; indirect income, indirect expense, profit and loss account; asset liability capital in the balance sheet. And then we take up each of the adjustment, give two treatments for each of the adjustment, and then close our financial statements. So what am I going to do in this question? I'm going to give you the classification of the accounts. You will go and place them in the appropriate place in their financial statements. Okay, let us go ahead to give the classification now one by one. So plant and machinery, where do we record, sir? We record in the balance sheet on the asset side. Furniture fixture, again on the balance sheet asset side. Bank overdraft, balance sheet liability side. Capital account, balance sheet liability side. Drawings account, balance sheet liability side as a deduction from capital. Purchases in my trading account debit side. Opening stock, again trading account debit side. Wages, direct expense, therefore trading account debit side. Provision for doubtful debts, sir, I have told you, whenever you have provision for doubtful debts in the trial balance or they've given you the balance as a part of the information, what are you going to do? You're going to prepare your PBD account. So this will come as working note. Similar for provision for discount on debtors, again we will have a working note. So I'm going to discuss these two things as a part of working note. Okay, sundry debtors, where do we show, sir? Balance sheet asset side. Sundry creditors, balance sheet liability side. Bad debts, now provision is existing in the trial balance, bad debts will be taken in provision account. Provision does not exist, bad debts will be shown in your profit and loss account. Now here, because provision is existing, this bad debts will be taken under the working note for provision for bad debts. Bad debts recovered, show it in your P&L account on the credit side. Bad debts recovered is an income, or you can say it is a cancellation of a previous expense. So it will be shown on the credit side in the P&L account. Salaries, P&L account, debit side. Salary payable as per the classification, sir, it is a liability. Therefore, on the balance sheet liability side. Prepaid rent, balance sheet asset side. Rent, only rent given as an expense. Therefore, P&L account debit side. Carriage inwards, trading account debit side. Carriage outwards, P&L account debit side. Carriage inwards is a direct expense, carriage outwards is an indirect expense. Sales, trading account credit side, direct income. Advertisement expense, P&L account debit side. Next, printing and stationery, again P&L account debit side. Cash in hand, where do you show cash in hand? It is an asset, so balance sheet asset side. Cash at bank, again balance sheet asset side. Office expenses, P&L account debit side. Interest paid on loan, P&L account debit side. So I have classified these items. You will go place them in the appropriate place in your financial statements. Please do not prepare first trading account, then P&L account, then balance sheet. Prepare all the three statements together in three separate places. Take each item, place it in the appropriate place. Take each item, place it in the appropriate place. This is what you will be doing. As I classified, you will go and place it in the appropriate places. Okay, let us read through the additional information now. Additional information number one, purchase include sales returns of rupees 5,150 and sales include purchase returns of rupees 3,450. So what are we supposed to do? I will discuss the adjustments in a separate sheet and you will know what is supposed to be done. Adjustment number one, they say purchases include rupees 5,150 of sales returns. This 5,150 is actually sales returns. So what can I say? Number one, you will deduct 5,150 from purchases. This is the first treatment. And the second treatment will be what? Show sales returns of 5,150 rupees. Sales return is not existing in the trial balance, so it will be 0 plus 5,150. If there was an amount of sales returns, you would have added 5,150 to that amount given to you. And then point B, they say sales include purchase returns of 3,450. So what will I say? Deduct 3,450. 3,450 is the amount, yes, from sales. And then I will say show purchase return of rupees 3,450. Where do we show purchase return and sales return? Sales return will be deducted from sales on credit side of trading account, and then purchase returns will be deducted from purchases on the debit side of trading account. So first adjustment, quite simple. There was an amount included in purchases. We remove it from our purchases. Wherever it is, we are going to show it. In this question, it was sales return. So we show it under sales return. Similar to this, they could give you furniture is included. Purchase of furniture is included in purchase account. So we deduct it from purchases. We put it in the furniture. What are we doing? Rectification of the error. Or wherever it is not supposed to be included, we remove it from there. Wherever it is supposed to be recorded, we go and record in that place. Okay. Adjustment number 2. What does adjustment number 2 say? Free samples distributed for publicity costing rupees 1,650. Free samples are distributed. So goods are going out other than by way of sale. Take it as a rule, you need to credit your purchase account. So for item number 2, what are we going to do? We are going to deduct the amount from purchases, because purchases will be credited, and then we are going to add the amount to advertisement expense. What is the amount given to me in the question? 1,650. 1,650 will be deducted from purchases. 1,650 will be added to advertisement account. Why, sir? Because these are free samples issued. Free samples are issued for advertisement. Advertisement will be debited. Purchase will be credited. Okay. Now let us go to point number 3. Point number 3 says goods withdrawn by Mr. Vijay for own consumption rupees 7,000 is included in purchases. So they have not recorded a drawings entry. You need to record a drawings entry. Okay, how do I record drawings? I'm going to say adjustment number 3, drawings account debtor to purchases account, and then because drawings will be debited, what is happening? We add the amount to drawings, and now your total drawings will be deducted from capital, and then because you're crediting purchases, we deduct from purchases. So if you see adjustment number 1, adjustment number 2, and adjustment number 3 had a deduction from purchases, the value being 7,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees will be added to drawings. 7,000 rupees will be deducted from purchases. Point number 1, 2, 3 all had adjustments towards purchases. Be careful, leave proper space, and then write down in your answer sheet. Coming to adjustment number 4. Wages for the month of April for installation of plant and machinery amounting to rupees 900 were included in wages account. Now what has happened? They've paid wages for installation of plant and machinery. It is supposed to be added to plant and machinery account, but where have they included the amount? They have included the amount in wages account. So what are we going to do for adjustment number 4? Can I say we will remove the amount from wages and we will take it under plant and machinery? Yes. So for adjustment number 4, what am I going to do? I'm going to deduct amount from wages, and I'm going to add the amount to plant and machinery. What is the value? 900 rupees. Okay, sir. What am I doing, sir? I have placed all the items of trial balance in the appropriate place in the financial statements. Each adjustment I am taking, I am doing the 2 treatments. This is how you are supposed to solve your question on final accounts. Next, coming to the next adjustment, create a provision for doubtful debts at 5% and a provision for discount on debtors at 2.5%. So I had told you, you will be creating a PBD account and a provision for discount on debtors account whenever they have PBD in your trial balance. Chalo, let us look into the account now. Now I'm drawing, this is adjustment number 5A, provision for bad debts account. Okay, how do I start preparing the provision for bad debts account? I'm going to start with the opening balance given to me. How much is the opening balance given to me? Here you can see that the opening balance given to me is 6,400. So I record 6,400 as the opening balance, and there is bad debts of 2,200, which will also be shown in your PBD account. So what do I say? I go to my working note. I say by balance brought down, the opening balance of 6,400 rupees, and then there are bad debts which I'm going to show in my PBD account. What is the value of bad debts? Value of bad debts is 2,200. I'm recording the bad debts in the PBD account. I will say 2 bad debts, the value of 2,200. Now this is the information given to me in the question. After this, what are they saying? They're telling to create a provision. How much is the provision to be created? 5% of what? 5% of debtors. So let me look into the question. 2,40,000 is my debtor balance. And like I said, 5% is the provision to be created. So I will go ahead to say, what is this 5% now? This is my closing balance in my PBD account. So I will say to balance carried down 2,40,000 into 5%, coming up to 12,000 rupees. And now what is the balancing figure? The balancing figure is nothing but your amount shown in your profit and loss account. So we will have by profit and loss account, the balancing figure, how much? 14,200, 6,400, 7,800 is it? Please check the balance. 7,800. Yes. Now 7,800. What will I do? The true treatments I am showing you in the final accounts. First one, in your PNL account, you are going to say to provision for bad debts 7,800, and then the second treatment you are going to deduct from debtors 12,000 rupees. What is 12,000 rupees, sir? Your closing provision will be deducted from debtors. So this is how you prepare your provision for bad debts account. Now in the similar way, we will be preparing provision for discount. One point to be noted, provision for bad debts is prepared before provision for discount because you do not give discount to your bad debts. Chalo, let us go ahead to prepare provision for discount account. 5B, provision for discount account. So again, I have by balance brought down. What is the balance given to me in the question? In the question, they have a balance of 2,750, and then they say create a provision of 2.5%. So let me go ahead to record these things. 2,750 is my opening balance, and then I do not have any other entries. So I will say to balance carried down 2.5% of debtors. Let us calculate. So I will say 2,40,000, your opening debtors minus 12,000, your provision for bad debts, the amount into 2.5%. So that is coming up to 5,700. Now in the similar way, I record the balancing figure. I will say by PNL account balancing figure, how much? 5,700 minus 2,750, coming up to 2,950. Okay, sir. And what do I do? What is the treatment in the final accounts? In my PNL account, I will say to provision for discount 2,950 on the debit side, and the second treatment deduct from debtors which value? Your closing provision of 5,700. this closing provision will be deducted from debtors. So I hope you are understanding the treatment of provision for discount and provision for bad debts in your final accounts. Coming to the sixth adjustment, depreciation is to be provided on plant and machinery at 15% per annum and on furniture at 10% per annum. Simple. Let us go and calculate depreciation. Point number 6. Point number 6A, machinery. What was the given value of machinery? If I look into my question, the given value of machinery was 39,100. Should I provide depreciation on 39,100? No, there was some wages which was supposed to be included in plant and machinery. So what will I do? I will take the correct value, 39,100 plus 900 rupees into 15%. This is my total depreciation, which is coming up to 40,000 into 15%, which is coming up to 6,000 rupees. And then 6B, we have furniture. What is the given value of furniture? The given value of furniture is 20,500 and the rate of depreciation expected is 10%. So directly I'm taking 20,500 into 10%, which is coming up to rupees 2,050. Now, what is the treatment in final accounts? Not only the calculation, but the treatment is also important. The first treatment is depreciation of 8050 will be shown on debit side of P&L account, and then depreciation will be deducted from their fixed assets in the balance sheet. From machinery, we are going to deduct 6,000. From furniture, we are going to deduct 2050. Remember, in machinery, do not just record 39,100. You have, as per adjustment number 3 or 4, as per adjustment number 4, we have already added 900 rupees to machinery. So 40,000 minus 6,000 will be your net value of machinery in the balance sheet. Okay, coming to the next adjustment. Is there anything else? Adjustment number 6, closing stock as on 31st March was 2,50,000. What do we do to closing stock, sir? If closing stock is given in the trial balance, we show it only in the balance sheet. Here it is given as a part of adjustments. So what will we do, sir? Closing stock, we show it in two places, or the two treatments is trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Because it is given as an adjustment, we are going to give two treatments. Okay, sir, 2,40,000 is the value which will be shown on both the places. And with this, you're going to close your final accounts. Please remember to close your final accounts. Whatever GP you get in your trading account, carry it forward to your P&L account. Whatever net profit you get in your P&L account, carry it forward to the balance sheet. It will be added to capital. If you get a net loss, you can deduct it from capital. If you feel that your adjustments are correct and you have got a net loss, it can be possible. Do not think, sir, I have got a net loss, I'm making a mistake. If you feel that all the adjustments that you have done properly and then you get a net loss, it could be possible that the question is giving you a net loss. Net loss will be deducted from capital. Simple question. All the adjustments were discussed in class. So what you're supposed to do, take each adjustment, do the two treatments. And then first you're obviously supposed to classify the items, and then you will be taking each item and doing the two treatments. Simple question. Chalo, now let us go to the next question.